Hi everyone and welcome to the Wizard Engineer. In today's video, we're going to learn variable declaration and assignments in JavaScript. We are going to see how we can create a variable using var, let, and const keywords. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here I've already created an HTML file. Within our body tag, we have a script which point to variables.js file where we are going to put our JavaScript code. And I wanted to mention that in this video we ain't gonna talk about CSS or Java or HTML. We are going to primarily focus on JavaScript. Here I'm using live save extension. It is going to refresh our web page every time we make change to our source code. I have it, live saver. Tap it in the search bar and install it. Once installed, right click and open with live saver, and then right click again and open to the right click and go to inspect and move to the console tab where we are going to output the results of our program. First, we are going to work with the console, and later on we are going to see how we can interact with the DOM. First, I'm going to teach you first the basics. I don't want to get into complex topic. Let's get into variables.js. So here to declare a variable, as I said before, we use let, const, and var keywords in JavaScript. And a variable can have a value, and this value can be a string. For example, this is a string, hello world. This is also a string because it is between double quotes or single quotes. It is a string, even though it is 12. This is a number. This is a boolean, true or false. It is represented by true or false. So once we declare our variable, for example, let's username. This is a variable, but our variable doesn't have any value. We need to give it a value. Let's first consider the results, the value of our username into the console. We just seen undefined, because once we declare a variable, JavaScript interpreter give undefined as a default value. As our variable is undefined, we need to assign it a value. We can assign it a value like this, equal, and then we are going to assign it a string. For example, John Doe. And then we are going to see John Doe here. This is how we declare our first variable. Congratulations. Now let's create our second variable. Let's user gender equal to male. Let's declare a boolean. Is a boy? You're going to say true, not false. True. If it is a female, we can say false. Okay, is a boy true? Now we can console our values in the console. We're going to see that username, the value of the username is John Doe, user gender variable is male, and is a boy is true. Now we can reassign a value to a variable like this. This is equal reassignment. We write the name of the variable we previously declared, and then we can reassign it another value. For example, Elizabeth. and then they're going to reassign. First, when we declare username, they give it first John Doe as a value, and then we redeclare it. Once we reassign it, with Elizabeth, which is the new name, and then they're going to replace the John Doe name. That's how it works. Let's see now how we use the var keyword to declare a variable. Var username equal John Doe. John Doe again. Var user gender equal to male. Var is a boy equal to true. And then we can console our variables. And we can also reassign it. User gender, let's say for this time is going to be a female. Is a boy, we are going to reassign it to false. As you can see in the console, John Doe, female, and let's say username, let's reassign username to be Elizabeth. John Doe is the name of the boy, Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth is a female and is a boy, false. This is how we can declare variable with var. You might be thinking, what is the difference between let and var? Let and var, there's no difference at the behavior side. Var is an ES5 syntax, whereas let is an ES6 syntax. It means in terms of JavaScript version, let is a modern one, whereas var is a traditional syntax. There's no difference at the behavior side or functionality side. No difference. But there is another one variable which is have a big difference between let var. It is const, which has a difference. Const, when you declare a variable as a constant, for example, const, let's console this out. Let's comment this user name. Let's comment this, and then if you doesn't assign it immediately a value, it is going to throw an error. As you can see here, we can declare a variable using let user telephone, for example, user telephone. I don't assign it a value, but it doesn't throw an error, and then I can reassign it because this user telephone variable is undefined, and then I can reassign it a value. But here, const, when you declare a constant variable, you have to assign it a value immediately, like username ijambo, no error. And then you can see, you can console the username ijambo. Now here, for constant value, you can't reassign it. For example, if I do username and then I say username is another name, for example, John Smith, it throws an error. It means when you declare a constant, it means something that can change a value. That's a difference between let, var, and const. Let and var are different. Are not different, are similar, but const and var or let are different at the side where let can be or var can be reassigned, whereas let const can't be reassigned. That's all you're gonna learn for this video. In the next video, you're gonna learn operator in JavaScript. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.